Okay, welcome to our P1.2 notes package for developing the message. Today we are going to look at things like branding strategies, the elements of branding, copywriting principles, and tying it all together into the AIDA model. All right, so first of all, branding strategies. You are familiar with a lot of these. A brand is a word or a group of words that are used to identify a company or its products and services. All right. All the biggest companies in the world have their own brand, and we'll touch on that briefly coming up. A brand can be a word that already exists, such as Sunlight Dish Soap, or you can make one up, like Xerox, the photocopy company, Xerox. All right. Generally, the brand name that you choose should be short and simple, that it can easily be pronounced, recognized, and remembered. We touched on this in grade 9 business. Branding, however, involves much more than just the words. Okay, it is the visual, emotional, and cultural image that you associate with a company or its products. So this extends beyond just the words themselves. It's the feeling that the brand can create in the mind of the consumer. All right, branding is designed to set a company or product line apart from its competition. And it can include the development of items such as logos, slogans, trademarks, and jingles to create the overall desired image of the brand. All right, so this section here is going to look at the elements. And again, brand name is the most common one. It's the words that are spoken about the brand or the company. All right, it's a word or group of words that are spoken to identify a product or organization. Some of the examples provided here include Honda, Green Giant, CoverGirl, and the United Way. And these are either read or spoken. They are just text. A brand name provides instant recognition and sets your product and service apart from the competition. A good brand can increase the acceptance of new products under the same brand name, such as going from Coke to Coke Zero. And brand names can convince retailers to make shelf space for your products and services. All right, so if you already have a successful established brand and you come up with a new product, the retailers may make room for the new product because they already trust you from the first one. All right, logos are fun. We dealt with this in grade 9 business as well. But a logo is a symbol that identifies a company or an organization. However, the logo does not always necessarily have to be a picture or a symbol. It could simply be text that is configured in a unique way, such as Google and Coca-Cola in the example here, and there are others. All right, so two of the biggest symbols in the world are the Nike swoosh and the golden arches from McDonald's. But Campbell's soup is another example of just the text, the script. All right, script writing in white on a red background. It's on all those soup cans. And of course, the government of Manitoba does both. All right, they have the Bison logo as well as the Manitoba in this particular script. Okay. What a logo does is it enhances the company's image. They're easy to identify and remember. It is a good visual reminder, and it can communicate special meaning about the product or company through the symbol, shape, design, and color. You may remember this video from grade 9 business with the Doritos. It's actually the anti-ad because this chip is so iconic that they don't even need to put the logo on the outside and you know what chip they're talking about. All right, slogan is number 3. A slogan is a short, catchy phrase that helps a consumer to remember a product being advertised. We also did a slogan in grade 9 business. But the slogan line is usually placed near the logo, and it is sometimes also called the tagline in print advertising. Some of the biggest ones in the world include Just Do It by Nike, Think Different by Apple, Gillette, the best a man can get when it comes to Gillette razors. McDonald's, I'm loving it. We'll come back to that one in a second. And a couple other famous ones over the years have been M&M's Melts in Your Mouth, Not in Your Hands. Wendy's, Where's the Beef, when they came out with new burger patties and they claimed to have bigger patties of beef than their competitors. And Manitoba, a couple of years ago, hired a company to develop a branding campaign with the slogan Spirited Energy. What a good slogan can do, though, is communicate the company or product's unique advantages compared to the competition. And they also help to tie advertising and promotions together. Okay, this one we didn't really touch on in grade 9 business, though, and it's a fun one. It's the jingle. What jingles are catchy phrases or slogans, but instead of being just spoken or read, they are set to a cheerful tune. They do not translate on paper. They have to be heard in order to work, hence the radio. Some of the most famous ones in the world include Pepto-Bismol. You may have seen those commercials when they talk about the nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea, get Pepto-Bismol. And of course, like I said, we're coming back to the McDonald's. Justin Timberlake's "Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it" is a famous jingle, and they've been using that for well over a decade now. All right, what a good jingle can do is it can stick in your head for days, which we'll touch on a little bit further when we check out anger here and the triple dent gum jingles from the movie Inside Out. It may be good, bad news for us, but it's great news for advertisers who want you to remember their company or their product. If these jingles get stuck in your head, it's basically a commercial playing in your brain nonstop. What jingles also do, though, is they help advertisers communicate their message in a fun way. Sorry about that. Okay, copywriting principles, section 3. We are going to start looking at print ads in this course, but copywriting is basically just the body text or the words that go into advertisements, or other promotional materials for a business. All right, so it's basically the sentences, the paragraphs, everything, all the written words for advertisements. Copywriters, which is copywriting, is an actual position, it's a job. And copywriters have the task of first trying to grab the reader's attention through the headline and the subheadline, so they will review the ad and go on to read the body copy. So let's touch on all of those pieces in a bit more detail. The body copy is where the copywriter attempts to appeal to the needs and wants of the target market and how the product features will benefit them, as you can see from this image here. The following pages will provide some copywriting tips for the copy elements on a print advertisement, and we're going to want to use these during our creation of print ads. Okay, the headline. We know what a headline is. When it comes to print ads, though, this is basically your first chance to grab their attention. Okay, because many people don't go on to read the body copy of a print ad, it is important that the headline say something about the product or the service, and the purpose of it is to grab the reader's attention and draw the reader in to read the body copy. Oops, don't know what happened there. You might want to work on developing your headline first, but you can also wait until after you write the body copy to see if you can pull a line or a phrase from there for the headline, something that really sticks out and is attention grabbing. And when you do this, you want to consider the ABC formula, which is A is grabbing the reader's attention, B is for describing the benefits, and C is for being creative. So attention, benefits, creativity. If you're having trouble developing your headline, try using one of the following types. You could present news, use words like introducing, now, and new. You can make a claim, but you have to make sure that it is true. Otherwise, that could be false advertising, and that could end up in legal hot water. It could offer advice, which would tell the readers what you think they should do. Sometimes people just need to be told what to do. It could inspire curiosity, give little or no product information to get the reader thinking or wondering about your product. It could give a command. So instead of, it's similar to offering advice, but this could be more direct, like a strong statement. It could offer a challenge, ask the reader to do or consider something. And it could simply just identify the product, which is simply use the name of the product or identify a feature or benefit. This is sometimes, however, considered the least effective strategy. Okay, the sub-headline is sometimes used to enhance or expand the headline in a print ad, sorry. It does not always have to be placed below the headline, and it may appear first to serve as the lead-in. All right, so in this example here, here's the headline and in smaller font right below it. Develop a subheadline if you need to expand on the benefits listed in the headline. If you're unable to fit it all in the large text of the headline, you may want a subheadline before it gets into the big paragraph of the body. And make sure your subheadline brings out an additional point. If it is talking about the same point as your main headline, it may be a clue that you need to rewrite the headline because it is too weak. Okay, the body copy is an opportunity for the copywriter to communicate the important features of the product and how they will benefit the customer. So in this website here, this is the body copy, okay? This is where it gets wordy. This is where the bulk of the information resides. In this, though, you want to use simple language, all right? You may have heard of layman's terms. But you still want to give complete information, and you want to combine some supporting evidence with product features and benefits. Remember that your target audience is not just buying a thing, they are satisfying a need or a want. For example, an ad for a designer watch may focus on communicating the benefits of having the watch through keywords such as style, image, and class. This expensive watch here, you don't need to spend thousands of dollars on an expensive watch. You could buy a cheap Casio from Walmart. But this one, or Rolex, or any of the expensive brands, they offer something beyond just telling time. It's a status symbol. It's classy. It's stylish. Be mindful of the tone of your writing, though. You're speaking to the customers, but not at them. Okay, so you may need to reevaluate how you're phrasing certain things. And in most cases, you want the reader to take action after communicating your advertising message. This may mean you want them to buy your product, go to a website, call for more info, or use the attached coupon to make a trial purchase. And yes, I'm aware of some spelling mistakes there. I will fix that after, but I'm not re-recording this video. Finally, our last section today is the AIDA model, or AIDA, we'll refer to it as going forward. The AIDA model should be considered when you are developing your ad message. And AIDA is an acronym for the following. Get the attention of or attract the customer to the product or service. So attention or attract would both work. I, create interest in the product or service. D, create desire in the customer to buy the product or service. And finally, A, lead the customer to take action to buy the product or service. The following pages explain how you can use the AIDA model to assemble your ad message, specifically when using print media. All right, so first of all, attention. Draw attention to your advertisement by developing a creative headline or an eye-catching visual. I like this ad for Heinz ketchup. No one grows ketchup like Heinz, but it really grabs my attention because all the tomatoes are stacked up to look like a ketchup bottle. Very clever. Interest. Create interest in the product or service through body copy that explains the benefits of the product. Or show your product in use or a scenario that would be interesting to your target market. This ad here it's an old phone now, the iPhone 6, but it was actual sizes. So you could put your old phone next to the new phones and legitimately see how much bigger the new screens were. And the body copy here was these couple sentences, headline up here, no sub-headline, but here is your logo and tagline down here. All right, you also want to create desire. So know your target market and use keywords and language that will appeal to your audience and demonstrate how the product can fit into your lifestyle of the target market and how it satisfies a need or a want of your audience. All right, so this Peloton ad uses a keyword like transform, right? That's what fitness is all about, transforming your body, transforming your energy. But it also shows how this could fit into your lifestyle, right? transform your life from the place you live. So this knows that this individual is a parent, so might not be able to make it to spin class at the local workout place. But you buy a Peloton, you can transform your life from the place you live, and it fits into the lifestyle that you want from the scenario that you are in. And finally, action, our last slide of the day. This is where you get the consumer to take action by being direct and using words such as buy now, act soon, or limited time offer. You could also entice the consumer to take action by offering a coupon, a trial sample, or a contest. And you could include the store's location, phone number, or website address where the reader can find out more information about your product or service. This was a great collaboration ad for Snickers. You may know the phrase, you're not you when you're hungry, some of that old famous Betty White football commercial. But if hunger caused a delayed response to, is she prettier than me? Use this coupon. But next time, eat a Snickers, and it's a coupon that will actually save you money to buy flowers. All right, so that is our P1.2 notes package.